What's up, guys? It's Arkansas Media Group back with a very interesting video. Hopefully it's entertaining, but this is pretty much my day in the life being a freight broker at a large transportation company. And pretty much I'm going to go through everything I do in a day, which is mostly going to be a lot of stuff at home because it's going to be difficult to record at work with how many people are there. But basically, the first thing I do is I start to get coffee ready for the day, and I've spoiled myself recently on some really fresh and high quality coffee, so I've been usually using my French press and the hand grinder, which you'll see here in a moment. But while this is recording here and we have a little bit of time, I'm going to explain a little bit what I do before we get to the meat and potatoes of the video. So, as a freight broker, you have to make dozens of phone calls every day to check in on carriers and make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. So what happens is we have freight from various customers, such as Walmart, Target, Kimberly-Clark, whatever, and tons of small ones too that I don't recognize at all. But basically, we have to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to. They call and we can negotiate rates, they can place offers and we can respond to them that way or by calling them. We deal with a very large amount of email as well. I probably send 500 to 1,000 emails every day, usually just to the outside carriers. But that's a very, very rough idea of what I do. There's tons of other things that we do as well. But yeah, let's enjoy the little bit that I have before I actually have to head out to work. And then basically at this point, I'm ready to bring my coffee up. It's about 11:30, somewhere in there in the morning. I do work a very unusual schedule. I work 2 p.m. to midnight. So I pretty much get up at around 11 or so and make my coffee. Pretty much enjoy whatever YouTube video I want, check in on social media, maybe edit some videos and do some cleaning or laundry, something like that before I go into work. And then after about an hour or so, I start to get ready for the day. It usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and then I have probably another, 30 to 45 minutes before I need to start thinking about making some lunch or something like that. Don't stop. At this point, I head back downstairs to actually make a smoothie, which is pretty much what I have almost all the time before I go to work. That way I'm not feeling gross or sick or bloated. It's a really easy thing to make, pretty cheap, and this pretty much holds me over most of the time. And sometimes I do go to our little, I don't know if you want to call it a convenience store or not, but there's a small shop, self-serve shop at work that we can go to, which you will see here in just a few minutes. Alright guys, so hopefully you've been enjoying the video so far. I'm finally kind of at a point where I want to talk instead of doing a voiceover. But yeah, I'm running just a hair behind. It's a really kind of gross day. It's about 50 degrees and drizzling, I guess. But today's Casual Friday. They usually have themes every Friday, so today is actually supposed to be Western theme, like cowboy themed. As usual, I don't have anything for any of the themes that they do, so I just pretty much throw on some sort of t-shirt or long sleeve shirt and call it a day there. Tennis shoes. Normally it's pretty business casual. I usually just wear like a regular collared polo or something, jeans and dress shoes. So we're headed out now. It's probably about 15-minute drive to work with traffic. On my way back, when there is no people out on the road at all, it's about a 9-minute drive. So it's really just completely dependent upon traffic, because it's I pretty much live right off the road that goes directly to Walmart corporate offices and anything like that in the Bentonville, Rogers, Arkansas area. So we do get a little bit of a traffic jam once we get closer to the highway. So it's entirely dependent upon what traffic is looking like today. But just as a warning, I'm not sure how much I can show you at work, just because obviously my whole floor is filled with people. So I'm probably going to have to do some time lapses and more voiceovers once we get there to explain what I do exactly and show you as much as I can. So stay tuned. Alright, so now I've gotten the closest spot possible. I have to walk all the way to that building and then go over there and go all the way up. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. And it's kind of gross and raining, so I'm going to get my umbrella out and go to work. I don't think there's really anything I can video since I'm going to be passing bunches of people and their desk and stuff. So stay tuned and we'll see what I can record once people start to leave. Alright, so a lot of this footage is actually shot after everyone's gone home later in the evening, but this is my desk. It's actually a sit-stand desk, so I can, stretch out if I need to. And basically the first hour to hour and a half of work is just answering emails. It's a very insane amount of emails, catching up on things from the day before. And then after that, I pretty much go open on the phones, take incoming calls, and take care of trailer issues, pick up number issues, anything like that people are calling in they need help with. They want to book some freight, they need help on something, pretty much everything, and start cleaning up our board, looking what's left. At this point, it's about 4 p.m. I'm caught up on all of the previous day's stuff that's left over. But yeah, they've got snacks and chips and a couple of different types of medicine maybe. All this stuff's fairly priced, but it is a little bit more than usual. Heading out to lunch. I'd say at least 75% of the company's already gone home. It's about 6:15. So I'm just walking back to my car, and we'll be back shortly. All right, so trying to get a good angle here. It's just drizzling outside. I figured I might as well use the umbrella. But heading to lunch, gonna go to the parents' house because that's what I do when there's nothing else to do. It's about 6:15, like I just said. I don't think I can switch my camera back to the other side, but yeah, there's not that many people here still. Most of the people have gone home, as you can see. So I gotta walk all the way back to where I was parked, which is about 5 to 10 minutes. So kind of eats away at the lunchtime having to park so far away. But that's what you got to deal with when you come in later and everybody's already here, as you got to park in the very back row. So our office is about the size of a community college, so parking is kind of a struggle sometimes. But we will be back in a bit and see what the rest of the day has in store. All right, guys, coming back into work. Just a hair late because it is 7:15 on the dot right now. But the good news is I can just pull right up to the front, and I don't have to worry about getting closer parking. So, okay, so I'm finally leaving. As you can see, we're still required to have face diapers, even though the state has lifted that ordinance. Basically, it's midnight right now, and there's maybe like 20 to 30 people who are still here, and probably about half of those people are leaving. So I'm heading, I just gotta walk one flight down the stairs. But, 20 to 30 people is like nothing for a place that is the size of a, college campus. So I pretty much see nobody on my way out, maybe the janitor. But my phone's running low on battery, so we'll catch up a little bit later. It is just a nasty day out here. You can see it's still rainy and misting like it has, drizzling pretty much all day. But yeah, front row spot, which is a great whenever you're walking out and it's cold and dark. So we'll get started. Takes about 9 minutes to get that. And we'll show you my evening activities whenever I get home. It is currently 12. All right, so yeah, pretty much 9 or 10 minutes to get back. One of the first things I like to do whenever I get back is get a snack. And I've been really into these cheese bagels that you can get from Walmart. And it's almost like the garlic herb bread from Subway, I guess. So I usually make one of these with cream cheese and maybe something else, depending on how hungry I am. And that's pretty much my snack for the night. So let's go ahead and do that and see what other activities we have for the evening. Basically, now I have my snack and my drink. I usually get something caffeine free when I come back. Although sometimes I will make a mixed drink, but I'm too lazy tonight. Pretty much what I have planned for tonight is look at some video music and browse YouTube. And one of the other things you have to think about when you work a late shift is that by the time you get up, most other people are already having their day planned out. So I do like to think ahead of time about what I want to do the next day. If I want to hang out with somebody, I try to notify them in advance. That way they can plan for it, because by the time I'm up and ready, it's, about lunchtime or a little bit after. And if you don't, that person may already have, something planned for their day. So that's the other thing I look at is what I have upcoming for tomorrow, which, in case anyone's curious, I have to go pick up my camera, which is finally ready from repair after 2 months, and probably some cleaning, video editing, and maybe a little bit of work on the boat. So I'm basically going to catch up on a couple of things, and we will close out the video on the next clip when I talk about what time I go to bed and any routines there. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I couldn't get a lot of those clips that I wanted to at work. Like, I could have made that so much better, but with the tensions of COVID and the fact that we have a pretty beefy and, well, I wouldn't say beefy security, they don't have guns or anything, but they get irritated with things that don't make sense. We'll just keep it there. I don't know why you need a full-time security, staff of 10 people 24 hours a day at an office building. Maybe that makes sense to them, that's fine. But I just didn't want to annoy anyone or end up getting reported for recording too much or something like that, because I know they are pretty picky about information that is shown to people who don't work there. You say that. So hopefully you guys have a pretty good understanding of what I do on a daily basis. It is a 45-hour week job. So I work 2 to midnight with a 1-hour lunch break, and that often goes to 50 to 55 hours. I do have to work a half a day on Sunday, and they call it our peak days. But it's not really peak season. I just think the weekend staff doesn't have enough people right now, which I have hired some people, so that's fine. I don't mind doing my peak day once per month. It's some extra money to have, and I always do it from 7 a.m. to noon, which sounds absolutely horrible, but if I'm home on Saturday night and I can get to bed at a decent time, I feel like I'm not really losing any of my weekend, because I would have been up and around at around noon anyway, and then it sets me on a path for a better sleep schedule for the rest of the week. I really want to be to bed by 2 a.m., but it's not really possible. Just getting more adjusted to the schedule, I always end up staying up till about 3 or 3:30. So anyway, guys, we'll leave the end of the video there. I really appreciate you guys if you made it to the end. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and we will see you in the next video.